obviously Reddish hit that three at the end of the third, and you're thinking, oh, okay, it's just a three. You guys are still up seven. Then you look up, that started the 19-2 run. What during the timeouts were you trying to get across to the guys to stop this momentum that the Lakers had?
Yeah, well, we had to get to their shooters better than we were. I mean, they're not a great three-point shooting team, but they got guys that are capable that showed it tonight. And, trying to slow down LeBron, without being sharp on your rotations to their shooters is a problem. And we wanted to take the ball out of his hands more, but we didn't cover the backside well enough.
Curious, what was your message to the team after a loss like this where seemingly had it in control and didn't look?
Yeah, it's a long season. Stay together. It's disappointing. Okay, we're banged up, got guys coming back, and we're still going to get even more whole than we are. We've got to stay together. We'll do our work tomorrow, clean up, improve, and get ready for OKC.
What did you think of Bradley's second game? He had 20 in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, he shows how dynamic he can be. Really gave us a big lift. I don't know if, I got to look at the film as to why he wasn't as effective in the second half, but probably partially because of his legs, and he's still trying to get back in game shape. But he looked really good out there.
Coach, what's not really working for you guys in the fourth quarter is during that stretch when Kevin Durant has to get his rest.
Yeah, well, Kev gets his rest in, and we talked about tweaking that, so he's in to start the fourth. We thought with Brad coming back that he could carry us during that stretch, but between the Reddish three and how they started the fourth, with honestly, I got to look at the tape, but I felt like our defensive breakdowns, to start the fourth were more than anything than Kevin Durant carrying us offensively. We didn't guard it during that stretch. So, but like I said, I'll look at the tape and continue to evaluate.
Does it feel like the offense has gotten a little stagnant down the stretch there in terms of ISO ball, or what are you seeing on that?
Yeah, I mean, that was some of our best offense when Kev was going one-on-one, and just slowing things down, giving him space to operate. So, yeah.
Frank, were you concerned at all when Bradley took that fall on his back late in the second quarter? Do you think that affected him at all?
Yeah, I mean, I just watch guys, you know what I mean? If he was going to stay down, I would have been concerned, but, he's healthy enough to play.
Frank, that sequence there under 2 minutes where I think they got 3 offensive rebounds, 4 looks. Just what did you see on that, just that prevented you guys from getting a rebound there?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were hitting people. I got to look at the tape. It felt like we were hitting people and pursuing. Got some bad bounces.
Coach, on the play at the end there where Grayson cuts, it looked like he could have just laid that one up. Was that the design for him to get the layup, or was it designed for him to make the
Yeah, we said we would take it too. We were looking for Brad in the corner, but they both went with Brad, so Grayson was open. Would have taken quick too, but, threw the ball to a 40% three-point shooter. So you live with the results.
Coach, another 39 minutes for KD tonight. Obviously, you and he want to be out there. How do you balance that with not putting too much on his plate early in the year?
Yeah, I mean, just measure how he's feeling, talk to the medical team, and he's doing fine.
I think we generated some good looks. We got some good looks there. I think Goody had a couple threes that were open. They made their shots. I keep telling you, it's a make or miss league. And they made 4 threes to start the quarter. They got them going. They even had fans in here tonight, So it just got everybody going when they hit those shots. And they kind of controlled the game from there. The momentum switched in their favor when they started knocking down threes.
Curious, just games like this in the fourth quarter, just the overall fourth quarter, you guys have had a couple of these where not there. On you guys offensively, do you feel like the looks are good throughout the quarter, or could they be better?
I mean, it can always be better. Everything can always be better. But I still feel like we generating solid looks. Last 2 games, I feel like we got a lot of threes that felt like it could have went down. But like I said, that's the name of the game. You make some, you miss some.
What did you see from Bradley in his home debut?
Looked great. Looked amazing. Played 31 tonight. I think he on a restriction. I don't know for sure. But you could tell he's ready to just shed all of that and ready to go out there and just bump, So each day will get better for him, and each game will get better. You've seen it tonight.
How has the spacing been for you when you're dealing with some of those post-up doubles and things when he's out there?
It's definitely better for sure. I mean, they're a little bit more cautious when you got somebody like Brad on that backside, and they still gonna bring a couple bodies, but it wasn't an all-out double. It was more so a zone behind me, just in case I made a move and the guy was going. So I still felt like we got good shots out of that. It's been hard to get post ups this season, but I think we've been getting good offense for our guys on the other side as well from the post up. So we got to try to utilize that, but we can't make it our whole game.
Obviously, when Booker's out there, it's going to change the whole dynamic anyway, isn't it?
Most definitely. I mean, he makes this thing go. Without him, we can't go where we want to go. So he just puts so much pressure on defenses, and he guards 1 through 4. So we miss him. I can't wait to have him back. I know he's chomping at the bit, but we want to take his time to get healthy.
Katie, we can see you and Nurk kind of in communication throughout the game. Is there a player you played with that you're pulling from when you're developing chemistry with a big like that can pass and play make?
I always go back to Draymond in those situations as a big. The bigs like that make those passes, they make a lot of they thread the needle on a lot of passes, and it's a lot of risky passes involved. So we just getting our chemistry down and when to throw it, and a lot of that stuff is nonverbal communication. Just a look at the eye or cut to the rim. He know what I'm doing, and vice versa. So we getting better at it. I think that's really the hardest part of us, like trying to get that connection without talking on the floor. So we try to connect, as much as we can. He's been throwing me some amazing passes, back doors to get me going, lobs, just making the game simple for me. And but we'll get better at it.
Katie, they seem to move the ball well and get the threes open. Was that the case? Is that what enabled them to do so well in the threes?
Yeah, I mean, they have been shooting the ball well this season. So, it was law averages always come back around. They'll make some. But I think 3 or 4 of them in that fourth quarter was wide open from us, giving a little bit too much help. I like the intention of trying to help your teammates, but sometimes we overhelped and they was able to give us some threes. And like I said, if you're making shots, then your whole game just feels better. It just looks better when you're making shots, and that's what they did in the fourth.
Out of bounds play where Grayson had the lane and he kicked it to Keita. Do you like that look, or would you rather him try to get that? So I know LeBron was down there.
I like both looks. I mean, if you try to shoot it, I wouldn't mind that. If just try to get a quick shot up. I think that was a great play. He got free, got a nice cut, great pass, great decision. We just got to live with the results.
And you guys rebounded pretty well tonight, but you had that one sequence there, like 90 seconds left. I think they got 3 offensive rebounds in a row. What happened there? Was it just kind of a scrambling thing where you guys just couldn't come up with the ball in that situation?
Yeah. I mean, they got a long athletic team, and when you're shooting long threes like that, the ball tend to bounce high in the air, off the rim, long rebounds. So sometimes it's gonna be tough to get those, but you gotta give them credit. They made plays down the stretch.
It's really easy for you to get inside the paint with like your patented shot, but for some of the other players though, that's not as big as you type of thing. Is it a little bit harder for you guys to go inside when maybe Nurk is at the 3-point line and he could just lob it over AD to get a quick cut to the basket type of thing?
Yeah, I mean, we want to give space as much as possible, but we still want to be aggressive going downhill. I think everybody on this team got that skill set in their game where they can, get a guy on their hip and get downhill and make a play. And there's going to be times when Nurk is out on the post and they leaving him open and we got to cut off of him. And so we got to be able to play different ways, to be honest. But, attacking the paint is something that we have to continue to keep doing. And if we want to be a solid team, we got 43 shots in the paint. And then we shot 27 free throws. That's the formula if we want to continue to be a good team.
Something tells me you went over.
First, praise my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I guess I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
Curious, how does it feel right now, and B, what you think of the first half when you clearly had it going? How good were you feeling as far as your back?
I mean, it feels good. I mean, the rotations are I'm still getting used to them. I mean, as frustrating as it is, I know it's the smartest thing we have to do in terms of minutes and just being smart with the ramp up, coming back. But I feel really good. My back is thinking the fourth, it got a little tight on me when I went back in. Sitting for a little while, but, I mean, that's what we got to deal with for the next couple games. So, I mean, it was good to be able to second game, get my lungs a little bit more up under me, my legs up under me, and just be aggressive.
When facing a guy like, go ahead.
When facing a guy like LeBron, how particular is it to make sure you guys get into your defensive rotations when sometimes you may be overhelping with LeBron, maybe going to the basket, or even if he's out by the 3-point line, there's a double team, and the rotations a couple of times seem to be coming a little bit late?
I mean, it's tough. I mean, he's a really good player. I mean, he's been doing this a long time. He's really good at trying to manipulate defenses and trying to figure out where he can attack best. And I think he was doing that. I think we like you said, we were definitely late on a few of our rotations. You know, getting to AD, getting to the short rolls, and that kind of put us in scramble mode. And that's when it was tough because, you know, they haven't shot it great, but coming into the night, but they shot lights out tonight. So, I mean, they made us pay for getting in the paint. They had way too many. I mean, they're a team that got a lot of points in the paint, but I think they caused us to scramble a little bit more in the second half, and they got a lot of threes off of that. But a lot of that comes from Bron initiating.
You had that putback dunk attempt in the second quarter. You took a foul and a fall. Was you mentioned the tightness later in the game. Did that have any impact on it at all?
Well, I haven't tip dunked probably since high school. I don't think I got that high off the ground, maybe a centimeter, but it was good to be able to give it an attempt to get a foul call out of it. But no, I mean Coach wants us to be aggressive and attack and try to get extra possessions for us. So it was good to see that happen and just, like I said, get my legs up under me again.
They went on a 19-2 run at the end of the third into the fourth. Offensively, what do you feel like you guys weren't doing? Because I think you started that fourth quarter, right?
Yeah, it was tough. We weren't aggressive enough. I think we were very lackadaisical. We were very, kind of on our heels. They came out, pressed us. They came out and were aggressive. And, man, that's pretty much the gist of it, man. They came out and hit first, and we didn't respond until a little bit later.
What's your focus kind of going to be as you get comfortable in those late game situations? Obviously, Kevin had it going, run through him, but how are you kind of trying to play off of that and get comfortable?
I mean, he ran a little DHO to me at the end of the game where I got a little bucket off of that. But, I mean, it's free flowing, man. I don't think we need to complicate it. And I think that was Cage just going into his mode. And, I mean, we have 3 guys who can really go do that at any time, you know. And so, I mean, granted, down the stretch, we're still trying to figure it out. But, I mean, once he has it going, I'm going to give him the ball. I mean, I'm not going to ask any questions. Every shot he takes is a great shot to me. So I've found my niche, and, he ran a little pitch play to me. I was ready, I was aggressive, and that'll happen. You know, we'll figure it out, but it shouldn't have came down to that, us doing that at the end of the game. We should have put him away a lot earlier.
Bradley, how did it feel just to get out in front of the home crowd for the first time?
It felt great. The purple was energetic. It's one of my grandmother's favorite colors. So I definitely embraced that love today, and it was super exciting. You know, granted, it was the first in-season tournament game. It felt like a playoff atmosphere, but to be my first game in front of these fans, it was amazing.
How are you approaching it mentally when you're working your way back from injury, book goes down, you guys know what you could be, but you're having to take it one step at a time to get to that point? I imagine you guys are chomping at the bit to get there.
Yeah, a little bit. But like you said, it's a day at a time, a step at a time. You know, it wasn't easy for me going down at the beginning of the year and watching guys just I know the frustration is probably on Book's mind, and he's ready to get back at any moment, and probably just our staff and our team. It's a lot of in out, figuring out rotations, guys in different roles. So it'll be a change. It'll be a little change, a little difficult. You know, I won't say difficult. It's an adjustment. You know, for us in the first few games, but I think once we're at full strength, I think we'll have a great idea of who we can be.
Thanks, Brad.
No problem.